Good morning, everybody. It is approximately 7:27 a.m. It is Thursday. It's Thursday the 29th of May. And it's time to really open up your eyes, man. Open up your eyes, you know. No, it's really when you look at social media, right? It's they call it the someone called it the red square, right? The red square. Okay. Now the thing is, what exactly is the red square? What exactly is a forum? What exactly is a platform? What exactly is Silicon Valley's and big tech's true role? What is the true role? Right? What is the true role? You know. Now the thing is, you take social media, separate the phrase, the term, social media. Okay. What is media? The news, right? The news. Okay, then take social. What's social? Interaction, a gathering. It's of people. Now, when you put those two words together, social media, right? Yeah. Now, you would think, right? You have YouTube, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, right? And you have X. Now, TikTok came around a few years ago, became part of the platform show. Now, MySpace, same thing. Is it here? No. It is, but you don't see it on any app store. Because MySpace became a place for musicians and shit, so. No. What was the very first alternative platform? Very first. Minds. Minds is the beginning of the alternative media revolution and growth. As in, you got Minds, you have Gab, you have MeWe, you have CloudHub, you have Parler, Getter, Rumble, BitChute, right? Now you got Truth Social, which is considered a alternative platform. Okay, big tech and Silicon Valley one put Truth Social as one of the big. No, they would put it as a list of the alternative platforms. Now Tumblr is is it alternative now, or is it still one of the main ones? Well, it seems that Tumblr is now part of the alternative social media platform. You know, I've been with Tumblr for over nearly, say, 14 years, 15 years. only platform to never ever censor me or ban me. Why? I never give them any reason to. I've always been good with Tumblr. Now with YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and now TikTok, oh my God, this guy's off his rocker. This guy's being a little bit too manly, a little bit too rambunctious. Well, if that's what they think, let them think it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Now, you ask yourself, no, we all have free speech, right? Here we do. We have freedom of speech. We have the freedom of religion. We have freedom of the press. We have freedom to peacefully assemble. No. To peacefully assemble, right? You go back to 2020, 2021, and you got Don Lemon sitting in front of a building on fire. He says this was a peaceful protest. Okay. Define peaceful protest while standing in front of a building on fire. Wow. Okay. Where did? So you have Don Lemon, that fucking douche, sitting there. This was a peaceful protest. Now, if it was a peaceful protest, okay, you wouldn't see people getting assaulted. You wouldn't see property damage. You wouldn't see buildings on fire. Right? You wouldn't see a bunch of crazy people in the middle of the road walking down the street telling people, hand over your house. Hand over your house. In the middle of the night. While people are sleeping. That's not peaceful. That's intimidation. Right? Intimidation. What is it? You're intimidating people by force. You're wanting them to hand over their property, what they own, to you. A bunch of fucking morons. You know. And you're asking yourself, okay, well, why would they do that? Well, the thing is, the McCloskeys, they live in a gated community. Okay? Now, the gate that BLM went through, was damaged. It was damaged, it was bent, it was done. It was damaged, it was destroyed. They trespassed. They stood in front of the home of the McCloskey couple. Threatening. Okay, threatening. Now, during that time, they were antagonizing a guy. And they were putting in green beans in his house, thinking, and while doing that, the guy is in his home, not knowing what's out there. He has a gun in his hand, not knowing what's going on. The scene is a cop busts in without any probable cause, and he arrests the guy, and they're all cheering, and right now there's a thing called black fatigue right now. Black fatigue. And what it is it's the complete tired of all this bullshit within the last 5.5 fucking years. Yeah, you have Antifa, you got BLM, you got all these dumbass Democrats just playing the race card, playing the victim, like a bunch of fools. And you have awakened black people that are awake, seeing through this bullshit, and seeing through this bullshit. Yeah. What happened is, BLM does not speak for black people. For all black people. That's fact. Then you have La Raza, who doesn't speak for all Hispanic people, man. And you got the KKK, who doesn't speak for all white people. These are three radical groups that claim they speak for all their races, which is bullshit. There are people on YouTube and TikTok, they hate me. They hate my gut because of that, I speak from the heart and here. They hate it when you have a different point of view than them, which I don't care, it's just that, I'm a very outspoken person, open-minded, I could be open-minded, but the thing is, once I remove the filters, it's game over. It's game over. Free speech is protected under the First Amendment. You have law enforcement that cannot stand the First Amendment. They cannot stand the Fourth Amendment. They cannot stand the Fifth Amendment. They cannot stand the Sixth. Basically, they cannot stand the entire first 10 Amendment of the of the Bill of Rights. Okay. Democrats claim, they're for the no. Democrats hate the entire first 10 amendments of the Bill of Rights. They hate it. The elites hate the Constitution. The elites would like to repeal the entire Constitution, you gotta understand too, they frown upon anybody that knows their rights, man. They frown upon it, It's just really that they get pissy over what you have to say. When you look at the First Amendment, what's freedom of speech? Right? What's freedom of speech? The freedom to say what's on your mind. Right? It's all thing is, they have a thing called the fighting word doctrine. What the fuck is that? You can get arrested for saying something that they could take it said as it's a fighting words when you're not doing that. They can arrest you for just even speaking at all, whatever they don't like, because all of a sudden we have pussy ass cops and deputies who are now, they went from law enforcement to feelings enforcement. Like, what the fuck, man? From mines down to BitChute, the list of alternate platforms have outnumbered the major ones, right? A lot more people are going to the alternative one because they know they can say what's on their mind without getting censored. Okay? If you're on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or even TikTok and you speak your mind, boom, you get hit with the policy violation. Like what's the on YouTube, right? On YouTube, you speak your mind. After you upload your video, boom, you get an email. Dear so and so, we think your content, without even having any evidence, without any proof, we think your content violated a certain policy violation, and violated the community guidelines. Excuse me, bitch? Really? I'm just fucking, cancel culture, for one thing. They try to cancel people for whatever they're saying, right? I could care fucking less. I don't care about that culture, man. Really? Cancel culture is not really a culture. It's radical censorship. That's what it is. Radical censorship is what it is. It's not a culture. Cancel culture is not a culture. It's a radical censorship of free speech. Okay? Then you have woke culture, right? We do not need a fucking woke culture. Okay? That's bullshit. Okay? Well, they're saying, well, woke culture's been around for centuries. No, it has not. Define the definition of woke culture. Okay? Well, what's woke? Right? Like, me and my son, couple times, me and my son, couple times have got into arguments over the term woke. Woke, But after a while, we kind of realize woke culture's bullshit. It's shit on a shin. It's shit on a wall. Period. But thing is, you got to really open your eyes and really pay attention on your speaking, right? Or you could be sharing an article, say like the Politico, Breitbart, One American News, the Guardian. Just a one little article, right? And all of a sudden, you get hit with a policy violation. Okay, well, here I'm sharing an article from, say, Guardian, or I'm trying to post from, Breitbart or whatnot, and all of a sudden, email. Oh, what's this? Email. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Got email. Telling me that the article I showed violated a policy, but will not say what policy that is. Okay, well, it's fine. But, for example, there was, now we all know 9/11 was gorily horrible. A lot of just tragic, I found a article that was 20 years prior. Okay, 2001. We're in 2021, 2022-ish, I'm sharing this footage. It's a news anchor and a reporter speaking, and I share it on my channel on YouTube, okay? Now, it's just a news anchor and a reporter who's on location, and they're talking. This was within 9/11, the day and the day after. YouTube hit me with a strike, and they pulled it because it violated some kind of policy, or it violated community guidelines, right? But we all know it wasn't the algorithm. It was people running the marketing system, So they're not going to accept anything. But now we all know that big tech is far left. Whatever. But alternative social media has outgrown the main big tech, Silicon Valley. From Minds to Gab to MeWe to CloudHub to BitChute to Rumble to Parler to Getter to Truth Social down to Tumblr. These platforms outgrowing the main ones. What do you have? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Now, would Snapchat be part of that list? Sure, yeah. Because Snapchat's a threat to Facebook in the minds of Zuckerberg, who's a direct descendant of John D. Rockefeller. And he called the CEO of Snapchat saying, if I want to, I could buy your ass out. He's threatening competitors, is what he's doing. He's Zuckerberg is threatening competitors. Is what he's doing, and which is like bad idea, bad thing, you know. He's trying to pull a China and try to steal intellectual property. Like, you know, Snapchat has the yellow background and the ghost. Well, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg tried that with the same scenario, but blue with a white ghost. Really? You're trying to steal? Like you're that paranoid? So you had to go and buy Instagram? Here's one difference between Instagram and Snapchat. Now, Snapchat has where a message can disappear. Can Instagram do that? No. Can Facebook? No. Snapchat, the CEO of Snapchat, can come up with the idea. Hey, there you go. But when you look at what platforms have been doing to people, right? You gotta think, hey, let's cancel this guy. Let's cancel this woman, right? Let's cancel them because we don't like what they're saying. Cancel them because we don't like what they're posting. Cancel them because we don't like what they're sharing, right? Cancel them because we don't like what they're doing, period. Cancel them because we don't like. Cancel them because we don't like their thinking. Cancel them because we don't like how they see the world through their eyes. Cancel them because we don't like what they're speaking. Cancel them because we don't like them in period, you know. So it's funny how these overgrown children having a straight up hilarious, hysterical, social temper tantrum. Okay. It's funny. It is straight up funny because like they again, cancel culture is not really a culture. It's radical censorship of free speech. It's a radicalization, censorship of free speech. It's not a culture. It's a radical censorship of free speech. BLM's doing it. So's Antifa, right? You have Trans Tifa. Like, who the fuck is Trans Tifa? Like, what the fuck is this shit, you know? So, you got a member of this fucking group attacking a gay guy in a church. What the fuck is going on? Wow. That's, something really fucking dumb. Like Antifa, you got a village full of dumbass white kids, man. Look like shit rolled over. If you look at the rogues gallery of Antifa members, it looks like it looks like a rogues gallery of cranked out white kids. And you don't see one Hispanic guy in that rogues gallery. You don't see a black person there in that rogues gallery of cracked out white kids. Really? Wow. You don't see. You only see mostly white drugged out people where they got pink hair, piercings up the nose, garlic up the ass, fucked up face. Like it's like one looks like he got hit with the nuts. His face looks like he got hit in the face by Eeyore's nuts. Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Boom! Well, actually, it's more like it's like he got hit the nuts by an elephant twice the size of a fucking house, man. Fucked up eye, cross-eyed and shit. Looked like the Toxin Avenger. They got hit in the head by a pair of giant nuts from an elephant, you know. Well, look at that. Why is it only white kids in black carrying a red and black flag? Is it Antifa? Hold on. Hold on.
Yes, it is. I sure do. I have given you the authority, and I can give you more.
It looks like the cult of the queefing chicken. Wait, hold on here. Wait. Yeah, it looks like the cult of the queefing chicken. Mostly dumbass, drug up white kids. Yeah. It's crazy how 5 years ago, 2020, a buddy of mine, Zero, he introduced me to this platform called Stereo. It was nice for a bit. It was nice for a bit. I think it was like either early to mid 2021-ish or 2020-ish. It was pretty cool. Because at the time I was doing a podcast on Anchor FM. Anchor.fm. And I did about 24 episodes. 24 episodes. But Stereo was kind of like a podcast, you know. I felt like I was on radio, you know, kind of cool, Bill. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool for a while, until it got a little toxic. It got really toxic, man. Like really fucking toxic, dude. You know. But I felt like, well, it looks like these little bastards from Twitter have come to migrate to Stereo to do their stupid shit, you know. And I'm laughing, you know. I'm laughing because, in a way, because I'm a dad. These were people my son's age at the time. Um,
Not all surrenders, however, are
there were some that were my son's age.
when faced with an uncertain
My son's 26,
What we just did today,
and
confines here, is analyze these
so
second decisions of these officers faced with one of the most
I'm 49.
and unpredictable situations
I'm 49,
that they could face. I don't believe, even if we assume
and
came off the ground a little bit by Officer Stevens, that that was a provocation.
I'll be 50 next year. And so I was talking. I did a broadcast about one of my favorite conspiracy theories, and it is turning water into fuel, because it was at the time, even to this day, the creation of, you know, to get people off of fossil fuel. Which, what is exactly fossil fuel? The term fossil fuel, it's gas. It's called gas. It's fuel. Now, fossil fuel means, like, are you trying to get fuel from where the fossils of dinosaurs are at? What exactly is fossil fuel? Okay. They don't tell you because it don't exist. It's like, what is climate change? We have changing of the weather. We have changing of the seasons, right? Summer is from June to about August, mid-September. Maybe early second week of September. Because after that, you have autumn, or autumn, and then the fall, and winter, and spring. My favorite time is right around October till about May. First, and I would say about April-ish, first to second week of May. It got a little toxic, and I started to notice some people that I met, some people that I know, have left stereo. A friend of mine told me about Clubhouse. I'll check it out. Her and I would go onto Clubhouse, and we would listen. We would listen. And we would listen. And it got, like, it started to get in the way of stereo. That's why I left stereo and why I left Clubhouse. The toxicity, right? It's the toxicity. um, these platforms, stereo and Clubhouse, is supposed to be where you talk about important things, right? Stereo became a place where it now became a home of cancel culture and woke culture and bullshit. That's why I left. Plus, I was getting shadow banned too. Um, and it comes to a point, like any other platform, right? If they don't like what you're talking about, they will try to see. Their goal is to wipe everybody who's a critical thinker off every platform. To cancel, remove all off the platforms. It's mostly these SJWs, these woke morons, all these dumb fucks. And I mean, they're trying to wipe everybody off the map. But these platforms, like, dude, we have a right to be here too. And if they don't get their way, they're going to basically violate the system by using it to try to remove you by accusing you of something you didn't even do. Right? You didn't even do. And honestly, it's bullshit. It is bullshit. And I remember sharing a article or a video. I thought it was pretty good to, really caught my eye and made me think. So I shared it on the Facebook, and it got removed. It got removed. Now I'm thinking here. What was it about it that would make Facebook remove it? It's an article. What I shared had balls. Like the words. If you read it and understood it, this was an article thing with balls here, like verbal words. Like not saying. It's like saying it's a paragraph with teeth. Really, but it's logic. It's logic, right? It's logic. So I'm on 7 different alternative platforms, and I stopped using Instagram. I stopped using Facebook. They're trash. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Hmm? So I mean, it's just that woke culture for the last 4 years, like 4 years under Biden, man. That wrinkled old prick. Here's something that could really probably get me in trouble here. David Hogg was being like this was a undercover report here. Had David Hogg saying that Jill Biden was the real the one that was really running the country, not Joe Biden. Joe Biden was her mouthpiece. So basically, it was Jill Biden's idea for Dementia Joe to run for president because she wanted in the White House. She wanted to be her turn. So we had First Lady being president from behind the scenes. So basically, we had Jill Biden, who was really the president, not Joe Biden. Right? I've been saying this from day one. Joe Biden wasn't really running the country. His wife was. His wife, and even Kamala Harris. Them two were both running the country. You know, like what's Joe for there for? Oh, he's there to pretend to be president. His wife was really the president, so he had two dumb bras as running the White House. You know. So it was Biden and Harris were right, but it was Jill Biden and Kamala Harris. Joe Biden was just a puppet. Go figure that shit out, man. I've been saying this since day fucking one. I knew it from day one. Falling down the stairs. Falling off his bike. All this shit's doing, we knew he was not. He was mentally declining. The Democrats wanted him because he was mentally declining, and they were using him as a puppet. He was a puppet of the Democrat Party. That's why they had that machine. Because Joe Biden, if y'all remember, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in Asheville, North Carolina, he was walking slow. They're walking like hoping for a big old. No, it was all silence. Silence. But when Trump and Vance went over there, dude, different fucking story. Different fucking story, man. You know, different fucking story, dude. Here's the thing. 22nd Amendment. Right? How many presidents ran for 2 terms before FDR? You had Taft. He ran for 2 terms in 2 different times. Right? I mean, You're only allowed to run for 2 terms, but didn't say you couldn't run again, right? So, why did FDR run for multiple terms when everybody else before him ran for 2 terms, right? Each from Washington down before FDR, they ran for 2 terms. Taft ran twice, but only for 2 terms. 2 terms. So, is this Trump's second term, or is he having another first term? Right? I mean, he ran for 1 term, then he ran again for re-election, lost. Then here we go. This is basically another first term. Basically, is it his second term? Is this his second term, or is it another first term? No. So the thing is, he said, I'm going to end this war within 24 hours. Really, dude? You said you were going to end this war between Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours. Like, how are you going to do that when you got 2 guys who... And Zelensky, a guy who went from comedian to president, ended up suspending the election, becoming a dictator on drugs. The guy's a fucking crackhead, ruining his country. Basically, like, I am not going to do a ceasefire, dude. Zelensky is the bitch of the elites. Okay, you look at Syria, right? Syria. The new guy, he's not Syrian, he's Israeli, right? He's a Israeli Mossad. An Israeli is running Syria right now. He ain't Syrian. He is Israeli. He's Mossad. Basically, Syria is now what? Israel's puppet state? The people of Syria is now run by Netanyahu now? Think about it. The new guy in Syria is Israeli. He's part of the Israeli Defense Force, Mossad. Think about it. Think about it. Now, here you got Google, which is now Alphabet, which has Google and has YouTube, those 2 things. See, Gmail, Chrome, right? Chrome is open source. Really, open source. Android's open source. The very phone I use is de-Googled. De-Googled. Right? It has 2 app stores, F-Droid and Aurora. There's no Google Play Store because it's all been de-Googled. That means it's a Pixel phone, the Pixel 6a with no Google bundle. Why is that? Because it has Graphene OS in this thing. Graphene OS. So, this one here, you really gotta open your eyes, man. Really gotta open up your eyes, man. So, the thing is, when you think about the evolution of your device you carry, so much to think about, so much to really look at, to understand. Privacy, security, right? Do we have security by using a browser? Yeah. But which one is the best one? That's for you, the consumer, to decide for yourself. Is there security in messaging? Yes. Depends on you, consumer, of which one is the best for you. Is there security in a VPN? Yes. Depends on you, the consumer, of which VPN is best for you. You have Brave, Firefox, DuckDuckGo, Opera, right? You have, did I say DuckDuckGo? And you have Tor bundle. Each of these platforms, each of these have a VPN installed. A VPN, a track blocker, and a browser all in one. Opera, Brave, right? Go. Okay. There's a couple other ones, but I use Tor. I use Orbot as my VPN. Now, Proton Mail has a secure email and VPN. Right. Now, you use a VPN while you're browsing. It's the best time. Like, you could use a secure browser and a VPN all in one. You know, Brave has it. Opera has it. Go has it. You know. And there's a few other ones, but the top tier are the ones you want to look at and use. And it's really, you have to open up your eyes, man. Truly open up your eyes when you look at, okay, what phone am I using? Okay, I'm using this phone. I'm going to use this phone. You know, like it's about. See, the thing is, I know it's irrelevant. I get that. So is social media. I get that too. It's it's obvious. What's funny, I get told, you need to stop stating the obvious, man. You're stating the obvious. A friend of mine told me you should have a channel called Stating the Obvious. I thought, huh, not bad at all, not bad. Stating the obvious. That's funny. That was funny. Not bad idea though. You know, not bad idea. But times are changing even in this area. Somebody's fucking up and fucking with Tor. Yeah. Somebody's fucking around with Tor on the inside. Okay. Tor is supposed to be a 3-tier, like, up here type of system, browser and VPN. And it's insane, man. You know, it's insane. Where are we at now? Hour, 2 minutes. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this feed. I don't want to end up being like somebody who's on for 2 hours and shit. All right, folks, if you're new to this channel, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. All right, I mean it. Happy and wise. And we'll all see you in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.